I want to be clear that I'm not an anti-tax person. There have been initiatives in this town in the last 10 years. I voted for some, I voted against some. But what I am anti is I'm anti-piling on, which this, I feel, is. If people think that this perhaps right now is an opportune time during all of this, the worst fiscal situation any of us, and I think in this room, have ever seen, if we think that this is the right time to add taxes, then it begs the question, when is a bad time? I wouldn't know. The money is gone. If we say yes to new taxes at the lowest possible point we could be at, in terms of business, in terms of personal, what's that going to happen in 3 years when things theoretically are in better shape? Home values have stabilized, unemployment is back down to nominal levels. Well, what the heck? Let's tax them more on something else. They've got the money now. They certainly didn't have it back in 2009, but we got that through. It is my intent to live here for another 30 years. We love Tyngsboro. We're newbies here. We've been here only 10 years. We got, like I said, we got the 3 kids. We love having a business here in Tyngsboro. We've got a Tyngsboro-themed mural on our wall. But our rather sizable investment in this town, in the form of our home, in the form of our business, the value has plummeted, and it continues to go down. Any additional reason to give customers or residents of this town, of which frequent these stores, and I am one of them, to stay home and not go out, have mac and cheese on Fridays, don't have a pizza, is certainly not going to help the businesses. I'm afraid of what's going to happen. I've got 30 more years in this community, hopefully, knock on wood. And the additional taxes, let's take more money from the customers, let's take more money from the businesses now at the worst possible financial crisis we have ever seen. Let's take it now. And in 3 years when things turn around, well, we can get them again, because they'll have more money then. That message of, yes, tax now, I have a real problem with that as a resident of this town and frankly as a business owner.
Having my brother and father have a business in town, although we're not impacted by this specifically, I know what it's like to have a family business or a home business. In my heart, though, I think this is a progressive tax. I don't think it's a regressive tax against, people who can't afford it. If people go out to dinner, when I go out to dinner, I don't think of 0.25%, and to be frank, I don't think about the 6.25%. If you're going out to dinner, I don't think 2% is going to make a big difference, or 1.5 or 0.75. Other cities and states around the country have much larger taxes. New Hampshire, a lot of people say it's going to be more expensive. Well, New Hampshire's at 9%, we'll still be at 7%. I just in my heart don't think it's that going to encumber people from going out to dinner and not having a glass of wine or a pizza or whatever it may be. I think this is a fair way of taxing. If I had my way, we wouldn't have had the sales tax at all. I think it's a regressive tax, and I don't appreciate it. But I don't think income taxes are going to change in Massachusetts in my lifetime. I'd like to raise it and lower it for a lot of other people, but it's a way to make revenue for the town. To Pauline's comments, I think everybody in this room knows my feelings on where the money should go next year, and I know I'll be working to get that $81,000 or whatever the number may be if it does pass to the library and some of the other town departments. But it is a give and take. It is a budget process, as Rich alluded to. So I won't beat it to death. I'll just say that I support it, begrudgingly, but I think it's one of the fair ways we can get some monies to support some of the process and programs in town and move forward.